I'm so excited. This is the first time I've seen people since March 2020. Hi, people. I've had a lot of accomplishments, but this is a dream come true right now. So make some noise for the dress. And now the back of the dress. Can we get booty cam, please? Booty cam. If you follow me on social media, you've probably seen my hiney before. It's no secret. But you know, I used to hate my ass, believe it or not. I have my father's shape and my mother's size, so it's big and long. I used to think that only asses like J-Lo's or Beyonce's could be famous. I never thought that could happen to me. I always felt like my body type wasn't the right one or the desirable one growing up. Because I grew up in an era where having a big ass wasn't mainstream. I grew up watching movies where women were like, does my ass look fat in this? Like it was a bad thing. I felt like the ass odds were against me, but baby, this badonkadonk was going places. My ass has been the topic of conversation. My ass has been in magazines. Rihanna gave my ass a standing ovation. Yes, my booty, my least favorite part of my body. How did this happen? Twerking. Through the movement of twerking, I discovered my ass is my greatest asset. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TED Twerk. I'm gonna take my shoes off. Is that okay with y'all? So, the first time I saw twerking in person was at a teen club called the Z in Houston, Texas. Hey, shout out Houston. We got some Houstonians here. There, I saw a bunch of girls my age shaking their booty to New Orleans bounce, and I was like, how are they doing that? It was incredible to me. Thanks to my Caribbean besties, Peaches and Jeline, and thanks to Master P, whoop whoop, I found the rhythm. The better I got, the more I fell in love with what I had because, damn, my ass could do magic. Finally, I could twerk, but twerking did not begin with me. Believe it or not. I know you think I invented twerking, I didn't. I want you to know where twerking came from. I think everyone should know where everything comes from. You should know where your food and water come from. You should know where your clothes come from. It's important to me to keep the origin story of twerking alive. So here's some farm to table for that ass. So funny. Modern-day twerking derived from black people and black culture. It has a direct parallel to West African dances like mapuka. Traditionally, mapuka was a dance for West African women to be used as a celebration of joy, religious worship, or a dance to do at a wedding to show you were DTF or DTM. Down to marry, down to marry. Get your mind out the gutter. Black women carried these dances across the transatlantic slave trade to the ring shout in what became the Black American church, into the hips of Ma Rainey and Bessie Smith when they sang the blues, into the bounce of Josephine Baker's banana dance, from jazz dance to jitterbug, from shake your tail feather to shake your thing to that thing thangin'. Black people carried the origins of this dance through our DNA, through our blood, through our bones. We made twerking the global cultural phenomenon it has become today. Now, as a big black woman who has ass, who can twerk, and who's been doing it her whole life, I kind of think I'm an expert on the subject. I want to add to the classical etymology of this dance because it matters. Black people will not be erased from the creation, the history, and the innovation of twerking. Thank you. From TikTok trends to songs and humor, we see so much erasure of what black people have created. So I want to do everything in my power to prevent the erasure of blackness from twerking. Twerking is a Black American communal collaboration born of Black Southern culture. From DJ Jubilee and Cash Money Records in New Orleans, to Lil Jon and the Yin Yang Twins in Atlanta, to Uncle Luke in Miami, twerking was alive and well in nearly every black club in the South. But it would take years after these songs were released for twerking to finally become mainstream. I got a test for y'all. Uh-oh, 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 oh no, no. Uh-oh, 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 oh no, no. You know that one? Hold on. Y'all ain't see it. Uh-oh, uh-oh, oh no, no. Uh-oh. Oh, no. The uh-oh dance. Beyonce called it that because she was trying to warn us. Because of Destiny's Child, bootylicious is in the dictionary. And because of Beyonce's 2003 music video for her single Crazy in Love, the world was introduced to the uh-oh dance. That was the first time I'd ever seen a pop star do something like that, and I wanted to be just like her. Beyonce gave me permission to be myself, to be bootylicious, because she could shake ass and still be seen as classy in the eyes of America. And that was hard to do. When I moved from Houston to Minneapolis in the early 2010s, I hadn't seen twerking in a while until Big Frida's tour came to town. Now, Big Frida performs bounce music with the voice of a preacher and the body of a bad bitch. If you can imagine, it's incredible. Big Frida has a moment in her shows where she will call people on stage to twerk. And she chose me from the audience to battle another person. And I remember being like, oh my God, I miss this so much. When I was up there, I thought to myself, not only am I shaking ass, but I'm winning. And besides Big Frida, I'm the best twerker in the building. And just like that, I was reintroduced to twerking. When I started to perform my solo music, I began incorporating twerking into my performances, and people would go crazy. I performed for mainly indie audiences, so they didn't know what the fuck was happening, and I liked it that way. Twerking made me feel empowered. It was my secret language, my sauce. Little did I know that a couple years later, Miley Cyrus would perform what seemed like the twerk heard around the world. Y'all remember that. In 2013, within a month of each other, I released my debut project, Lizzo Bangers, and Miley Cyrus released her project, Bangers. That same year, Miley released a single, We Can't Stop, and she was twerking in the video. I remember being like, this is crazy. Hannah Montana twerking all over the place. A couple months later, she performed with Robin Thicke on the VMAs, and that night, seemingly overnight, twerking went mainstream. The media described twerking as, I quote, disturbing and disgusting. Critics blasted twerking as something that was exploiting and over-sexualizing young women. Once mainstream, twerking was misunderstood and taken out of context. It was bittersweet. For one, I wish that a black woman could have popularized twerking in the mainstream. But on the other end, twerking going mainstream played a role in the rise of my profile and my career. Listen, everything that black people create, from fashion to music to the way we talk, is co-opted, appropriated, and taken by pop culture. For this reason, optimism can be an illusion to the experience of black people in America. In this TED Talk, I'm not trying to gatekeep, but I'm definitely trying to let you know who built the damn gate. The fact that I can make a stake in the reclamation of black things and black culture makes me very optimistic. To be on stage at the premier conference for the experts in their field, talking about twerking and stating my facts makes me optimistic. The best thing I can do is be loud and take ownership. Because for me, twerking is a pearl of optimism. It's a form of self-expression, freedom, confidence. Twerking is not just something I do to music. It's extremely useful. It manifests in my life in ways that I need more joy. In the mornings, twerking leads me to stretching and taking care of my body. I bend over and I isolate my cheeks. I'm in downward dog. Namaste. Sometimes I put on a song and I shake ass and immediately I'm in love with myself. And not just self-love. I mean like, okay, Lizzo, what's your number? I would do me. But it's not just sexual. It's not. Twerking is a deep, soulful, spiritual practice. It's hip opening. It's empowering. When performed as the mapuka, it's said to connect you to God. It's sacred. And now we're practicing that on mainstream stages. We're practicing that at home. And it's contributing to the liberation of women and people around the world. Twerking is good for humanity. 40 years ago, when black and brown people in New York invented breakdancing, it was villainized. Mainstream media weaponized breakdancing by connecting it to gang activity and violence. As an art form and subculture, it wasn't taken seriously. Fast forward to today, breakdancing is now an Olympic sport. What will be the future of twerking? Russian ballet dancers are twerking. Have you seen it? They be like this. Y'all think I'm playing. They out there like, doo-doo-doo-doo. Can we clear Tchaikovsky? Will we see twerking as an Olympic sport one day? And will black people still be part of it? I'm proud to be a twerk pioneer. I'm grateful for the asses that came before me. All hail Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, from Betty Boop to Buffy the Body. When I shake this ass, I do it for the culture, not the vulture. For me, twerking ain't a trend. My body is not a trend. I twerk for the strippers, for the video vixens, for the church ladies who shout, for the sex workers. I twerk because black women are undeniable. I twerk for my ancestors, for sexual liberation, for my bitches, hey girl, because I can, because I know I look good. I twerk because it's unique to the black experience. It's unique to my culture, and it means something real to me. I twerk because I'm talented. Because I'm sexual, but not to be sexualized. I twerk to own my power, to reclaim my blackness, my culture. I twerk for fat black women because being fat and black is a beautiful thing. I twerk because it's as natural to me as breathing. Black women invented twerking, and twerking is part of the revolution. We've been doing it. We're gonna keep on doing it because we have and always will be the blueprint. We twerk to remind ourselves we here and we ain't going nowhere. So, in a case of optimism, I want everyone to stand up and shake some ass with me. Are y'all ready? Come on, y'all. I've been waiting for this one. All right, I'm gonna show you how to do it. Pop, 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 pop. We going in a circle now. Hey, hey, hey. Let's go. I see y'all. Okay, you really twerking it. Come on, I want to see what you can do. Okay, 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 okay. Okay, I like what you're doing. Hey, hey. Thank you so much, TED Talk.
Hello to all the good people in the world. I'm Saniqua and welcome to one of my channels. This one is kind of like a rough draft of a channel. So you just finished watching that Lizzo presentation with Ted, and it was pretty good. I was very surprised. Feel like I'm Barack Obama. I was very surprised about the video, watching, just her doing her thing on the stage. I mean, I was shocked to see that she was gonna be on the TED show, but I just didn't know what to expect. And she had on some clothes, so that's a good thing. Nowadays these artists, they act like they just allergic to wearing clothes. Like, clothes is not for hoes. Dresses are for ladies. Those are exclusive outfits. When I see some young women in dresses, beautiful dresses, I mean, you don't even got to be in a dress. It can be a really nice outfit. It has so many nice things that you can wear. You can be unique about. But hey, guess what? I ain't gonna go too far because when I was growing up, I was off the chain. Okay, I was naked, and I still don't believe in wearing bras today. Okay, so I do my thing, the way I do it, but it seemed like things just got progressively more risky, more out there. I ain't gonna say bad, but it's something. But I wrote a few thoughts about the Lizzo presentation. I like to try to get my thoughts together first before I start talking. Maybe one day I'll just go ahead and fly off, the head and talk to you guys the way that I talk. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead and read this. I got to go. Anyway, here's to women empowerment, especially Black women everywhere who have been shamed for their bodies and made to change who they are, hide their culture while clinging on to others. Think how, just in 2 years, Black women are able to wear their hair in fros, cornrolls, braids, and even bald head like me, right? Without being criticized or ridiculed. Some workplaces and schools have been known or have gone as far as to suspend and send people home for hairstyles alone. Some of these hairstyles, particularly those afros and some types of braids, and I'm quite sure there's others. So hooray for progress, okay? And like I said, this within 2 years. I mean, we didn't get no um, anti-hate bill passed for Black people, but we can go around places and show our culture and it be admired and not shamed and cast aside and written up for and all the crazy shit. I mean, kids still sometimes, like I said, get kicked out of school, but hopefully that has changed too. Locks, the other hairstyle. That's the one that really offends them, that scares them. Like, you're just a menace to society when you have locks in your head. Granted, there are some locks out there that just kind of look crazy, like these new ones, like plaques and shit like that, just sitting up looking like buckwheat or somebody from back in the day, like one of those pickaninnies or something. I don't know. That's a little bit too far. But hey, that's your thing. That's your thing. As long as you're a good person, you got a good heart, rock your hair the way you want to rock it. Do what you want to do. Just be a good person. That's my thing. But let's get back to what I was writing. See, I can talk. But I've always tried to keep an open mind about things. I don't like to assume the worst in anything, but to think about the possibilities that everything has a history and derived from a purpose or reason. Unfortunately, Western civilization, this misogynist, see, there I go, what they call it, freestyling or improvising, but this misogynist Western civilization is over sexualized. And that's not because of us ladies. It's not because of us. We just be trying to be us. So I always explain to people like girls can hang around each other naked and it's not gay. It's not considered gay. We're just comfortable around each other. And me, I'm just comfortable, period, naked. I'm just one of those exhibitionists. I've always been that way, even as a baby. But, you know, like I said, it's a time and place for everything. And I've learned that the older I've gotten. But let's keep going. Like I said, I kind of winged off again. That's why most cultures. Oh, went out. Get it back on. Okay. Why are you going out on me? Don't do that. But that's why most cultures been a have banned. Yeah, a lot of cultures ban a lot of American customs from infiltrating their system. Okay, like seriously, China. They banned mullets. Mullets. How you say those haircuts? That's not black people. Black people don't wear mullets. Okay? They banned wearing your hat backwards. Okay? We can wear them backwards, but that's really not the black people thing either. They even banned um, I don't know if it was tight pants or something. It was something else they banned too, culturally that is familiar to American civilization. But I'm quite, you know what? I've heard that these girls in certain places over there, like in Asia, Japan, somewhere, Korea, they don't even allow these girls to get on social media with short skirts on. Like you don't see a lot of them naked, okay? But yeah, let's keep going. But oh, here it goes. See, because the government goal in those countries is to keep the family structure wholesome. Okay, not in America. Not in America. That's not what we do here. Okay, like so we free to a certain extent. Well, that's neither here nor there. Let's talk more about Lizzo and how beautiful she looked at her presentation for twerking. And you're right, Lizzo. You probably did make history. Because when I first received this video, I couldn't believe that I was reading Lizzo on TED talking about twerking. For real? What? That's I couldn't believe it. So, I told myself, self, don't judge, just watch it. This video seemed to be a little bit more therapeutic though for me watching it because I know what she's been through, and if you guys pay a little bit of attention to her as I do, she's been picked on and bullied by trolls on social media about the way she look, about some of the things she do and things like that. Especially when she came out with that song just recently, acting like she don't care about what things the things people say, but she turned around and was like heaving, crying because her feelings were so hurt. Hey, I don't know, but it is what it is. Like I said, I think that the video was somewhat therapeutic for her to be able to talk. It was healing for her, So that's my second thought. So first thought, she looked beautiful. Second thought is that it was therapy for her, to get on there and be able to talk through her feelings and explain who she is and why she does, what she do, So that's cool. And let's see here. And I guess for Lizzo, the squeakiest wheel does get all the oil. This girl has been crying all over social media, changing history. Okay, nonetheless. She has been getting policies changed through Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter for hate speech. They are figuring out new algorithms to kind of zero in on people using mean terms when they're commenting on people's posts or, whatever. I think they're all posts or whatever tweets, you know. So, I mean, that's pretty cool, I would have to say. But for twerking, roots to trace all the way back to Africa, this is what happened to my video. It went dark and then, okay, it's still here. Okay, cool. All right. But for twerking roots to trace all the way back to Africa, this is the best person that they can get to represent the history here in America. And I'm not mad. Not mad, but like I said, just shocked, okay? See, I'm down for dancing and ass shaking all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's fun to do, okay? Men don't even have to be around for women to shake their ass. A camera don't even have to be rolling for a woman to shake their ass or to be naked, okay? Or to be freaky. This shit can happen like behind the camera. It can happen not in the presence of male structure. A lot of people think that women do all this shit for men. And I just want to make sure that it's understood. No, we don't do it for men. We do it because some of us do it for men. I ain't gonna lie. Some of us do it for men, okay? Some of us do it for attention, and those people are obvious, okay? But it's not the honest characteristic of a woman to, move her body and to enjoy her body just in the pleasure of a man, just, because she feel like it. Okay? I just wanted to put that out there. But let's keep going here. Even though I never mastered, me personally, never mastered the art of shaking my ass or moving it like that. I could wiggle it a little bit, but I can't shake it like that, okay? What they say, if it wiggle a little bit, was it like jello? I can't remember what the saying used to go. But anyway, let me see, where am I right here? Yeah, I still do be trying. I do still try to, because back in the day, it was all about, I ain't gonna say back in the day, but just, some years back, clapping that ass. Now, what's the difference between clapping that ass and twerking that ass? I don't know. I don't know. Because if you twerk it right, then the booty gonna clap. So, I don't know, but I couldn't get the clapping. Now, if twerking is just about just moving the ass up and down like a little bit, like I can give you that. But as far as like the clapping situation, I'm not built in that form. That's not how God put me here on this earth to do those. But I could probably teach you. I was able to teach others, like my mother and a couple friends, but I can't teach myself. Like I said, I'm just not built that way, okay? All right. So here we go. Um it's the nudity though, okay? You can ask clap all day, but it's the nudity and the vulgarity for me, okay? That's the part that gets me. I remember when wearing Daisy Dukes used to be considered walking around with your ass out. Now, walking around with your ass out is walking around with your ass out. Literally, okay? You seen her. You seen her. Y'all saw her at the basketball game. Y'all saw her with the big, long black t-shirt dress on with the cut out in the back and the thong panties on, okay? I mean, the ass is always out for the most part. I would say about 60% of the time I've seen her, her ass was out. Okay? So, I mean, and Cardi B, all of them just ass out. Okay? Even Chloe, poor baby. Just ass out. Too much ass out. Okay? But let me see. Lizzo is known. Yeah, she's known for that. It seemed like they're selling a little bit more than some heritage, you know what I mean, and a good performance. This, let me see. This is the thing though. No matter what you do, true, no matter what you do, people will always have something to say about it. But you can't control the narrative by how you choose to present yourself or by how you can take it or ignore it. You have choices. You have choices, okay? You can either choose to be a better person or to be more conservative, or you can, choose to do what you do and say, skip how everybody feel, like, how you feel is your problem, which that's fact. So maybe you should receive that. And then also you can, like I said, just ignore it. Just ignore it. You don't have to respond to it at all. You can just ignore it. You know what I'm saying? Like, these people don't pay your bills. I mean, they do and they don't. Let's see here. Where am I right now? Losing my space. Uh, this is okay. I already read that part, and I read that part. But you control the narrative, present yourself. Okay, you probably saying to yourself, does she even like Lizzo or not? Yeah, I do. I'm just not 100% in acceptance of all that she does, but I like Lizzo. I'm like one of the probably only people that actually liked her last song. I thought that it kind of fit her style of music. like a continuation of how she does her music. And I thought it was pretty cool until she turned around and posted videos of herself crying. Then she lost me again. Um, but let's see. Let me see. So, not that I pay that close attention to everything that she does, but you know why twerking is getting worldwide acceptance now? I'm gonna tell you why it's getting worldwide acceptance. It's getting worldwide acceptance, excuse me, because white people like it now. Okay, it's popular amongst white people, and they're just about ready to steal that too. Okay, did y'all see all the white people in the crowd? There was a lot of white people in the crowd. They was having a good time too. Other races too was out there. You know, you didn't see a lot of us, but you seen a lot of, and that's the thing too. We don't be involved in a lot of shit that our people, like our celebrities and shit, be having going. Like we don't be involved. So, you know, I can't like fault them for their crowd of audience. Like I can't. That's not on them. When people pay good money, those are good people. So like, if I'm just saying that you see who was out there, okay? So that's who is feeling this ass shaking and bouncing. And maybe Big Frida career will pick off because I watched her little TV show and I actually like Big Frida. And her music is fine. And they be twerking their ass off. It's like a hell of a time. It's fun, okay? Twerking is fun. It doesn't have to be sexual, okay? That's the point that she's trying to make, okay? And it is historical, okay? Y'all need to receive that. You men out there that just turn your nose up to women who like to shake their ass. Now, I don't know about babies shaking their ass, because it is kind of like a maiden call, right? You know, in a sense. Maiden, sex. Anyway, okay, that's another conversation. Okay. But let's see here where we at right now. They think it's cool and fun now. I remember when Mystical came out with "Shake That Ass, Watch Yourself, Shake Your Ass, Show Me What You're Working With." When he came out with that song, the white people was eating that shit up. It was on movies, it was on their TV shows. Like I think this was like their wedding song too. At the reception, like that was the song. Everybody, and it was out here trying to bounce it to that song. But see, twerking wasn't a thing, but ass bouncing has always been a thing. Ass shaking has always been a thing, okay? Before Beyonce, okay? Before Lizzo, before Meg Stallion, before Cardi B, before all of them, okay? Shit. Anyway, I'm tripping. Neither here or there. Let's keep going. Um, I already said that part about how the white people was at the parties trying to twerk back then, but now they have a long list of instructors who can help get their skills up. And I just name all the instructors. If they just go ahead and watch these people can make sure that they ass shaking skills are intact. Okay? And if I pay more attention, like I said, I was looking at Lizzo. I see Lizzo, you was on your toes. She was on her toes when she was on that Beyonce. Uh, no, no. No, no. When she was doing that, I seen that she was on her toes. Maybe that's the part of the trick that I'm missing. Maybe that's why my ass don't bounce the way it needs to. Because I got to relax all my muscles and stand on my toes a little bit. And then maybe a bounce a little bit more. I'm going to try later after this video. But like I said, I got to go. Getting to the end of this, okay? Uh, so, I'm always taking mental notes. Overall, great presentation, Lizzo. I could tell she wasn't that comfortable at first, as I'm not all that comfortable doing this video right now. That's why it's taking me so long to even start doing these type of videos, to put myself out there like I'm doing right now, because it's not easy to put yourself out there. So kudos to Lizzo for putting herself out there. And let me see here. She pulled it off beautifully, very beautifully. She looked awesome with that custom outfit on. 'Cause I know you can't just go to any store and buy that outfit, okay? That was made just for her. But maybe they'll be selling it now. Who knows? Maybe she can do designs for heavy-set women. That'd be something for her. Here you go with Brandon. Get your money up like Beyonce. I enjoyed seeing Lizzo though in that light. I really did. So kudos again to baby girl for, being a rising star, earning her respect, earning her money, doing her thing. But let me tell you what, baby, you're beautiful. Don't worry about what people say about you or say to you. Like I said, they don't pay your bills. That's the bottom line. They do, but they don't. You can be respectful, and then you'll have to deal with them. That's it. Okay? Just smile and say thank you. It was nice talking to you guys. Thank you for listening. I hope this wasn't that bad. I hope it didn't take too much time out of your life. And like I said, time for me to go. Peace out. Cut this off. Show. Hey.